In real estate, it is no secret that we wear many hats. It can be dizzying at times between client work, transaction management, marketing, accounting, and all the things in between. It can become a lot of work, and before we know it, we are slaves to the business that was supposed to bring us freedom and flexibility. Well, luckily for you, I've got the solution. In this video, I'm going to share my step-by-step strategy on how to implement systems in your business that are going to help you work smarter, not harder, and get a little bit of your life back while you're at it. Stay tuned. And hey, if we haven't met yet, my name is Stefanie Lugo and welcome to this channel. If you want to have a lot of fun growing your business and stay in the know of the latest real estate marketing strategies, then you've got to hit subscribe below and be sure to hit that bell notification icon to be notified every time I drop new videos each week. So I'm really into systems. I would say that I'm most known for knowing internet marketing strategies, social media marketing strategies for real estate agents, but when it really comes down to it, systems are where my heart is. Now here's why. When we got into the business, my husband and I joined real estate with no experience whatsoever in the industry. We actually quit our 9-to-5 jobs cold turkey to start a business together because we thought we knew better. Now, nobody really prepared us for how difficult that would be. And what was really difficult was just all the things that we didn't know that we didn't know. Now, in that first year, luckily, we were able to scale our business to a 6-figure business and completely replace our corporate salaries. And in the years since, we've been able to double and triple that. And today we have a wonderful growing business, even amidst all the fun that 2020 has to offer us. And so really, if you get at it, it wasn't any secret knowledge of the industry that allowed us to do that. It wasn't special connections, and it was not an unlimited budget for marketing and internet leads that helped us grow our business. It was implementing systems that allowed us to grow and scale our business the way it has. And when I really understood the value and the power of systems, if I look back on it, it was really during our honeymoon in 2017 when we had been able to put a deal in escrow and close escrow while we were on the other side of the earth. And time again, I continued to learn how important systems are, especially this year when we've been able to continue to close almost a house a week during a global pandemic, when I've been able to take a 12-week maternity leave during that pandemic and continue growing our business. Over and over again, life keeps throwing us these hard balls that we have to deal with. And over again, it's the systems that see our business through when these challenges could easily have crumbled our business if we didn't have the structure to support it. And so that is why I'm not saying all that to brag. I'm just sharing that so that you understand why I'm so passionate about this and why maybe this is the reason we've been able to succeed, whereas 90% of other agents do not within their first 5 years. And it's not just us. I've been able to very successfully teach the students in my coaching program, the Market Authority Academy, how to do this as well. And they are seeing very similar, very exciting results in their business. So I wanted to create this video and in fact update this from an older one that I had posted a few years ago on this channel and kind of share exactly my new and proven, updated step-by-step strategy to implement systems that are going to not only work for your business, but continue to grow and evolve with you over time. Okay, so before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I want to take a moment to define what systems are, okay? Because it's really important that we have clarity on exactly what a system is and what a system is not. A system is simply a strategy of repeatable steps that produce the same results over and over, okay? Some systems are automated with technology, most are not. Okay, so if you're thinking about systems and you immediately think of technology, CRMs, that kind of thing, that's not what we're talking about here. A system behind your business is simply a predetermined workflow that's going to produce the exact same results every time you execute it. Now, what's interesting is most of your business is probably already systemized. You have systems in the way that you conduct yourself and your business. You may just not understand or realize it. So if we're really looking at it, in creating systems, we're just taking a moment to step back, pull ourselves out of the process, and look at how we can become as efficient and effective in our business as possible. Now, the quickest way to build great systems in your business is by following my proven strategy that I like to call IDEA. IDEA stands for identify, document, execute, and automate. So we'll start with identify. Now, this is the fun part. We're going to identify the areas in your business that most urgently need systems, okay? If we kind of look at your business from a high level, you'll already begin understanding exactly where these areas are. So I kind of wrote a couple of these, and I want to make sure that I hit these right, but you're probably already thinking along these lines. The most effective systems that you can immediately begin implementing are going to be lead generation, lead management, two different things, transaction management, marketing and branding, admin work, and then you can get into the extras. But those first 5 are going to be your most important areas for systemization. Now, if I were to tell you, hey agents, in order to be successful, you need to do 2 hours of lead generation every single day for the rest of your business career, you might think, Stephanie, okay, great, I can lead generate, but what do I do to lead generate? Therein lies the problem or the solution, really. When you're thinking about systemizing something like lead generation, you're really going to start by asking yourself a couple of questions and determining all the different steps that go into a successful session of lead generation and what the results need to look like. Now, this is going to bring us to the next step in our IDEA acronym. We're going to start with D, document. Once you've identified the different legs of work that need to be systemized, we're going to document all of the little steps, all of the little nuances of that procedure in your business and put it down into writing and in a place where you can actually refer to it over time. So basically, during document, you're trying to answer 2 very important questions. What exactly do you need to do step by step? And what qualifies as the best result from doing that process? So take out a pen and a paper, or my favorite, open up a Google Doc and think about this system that you're working on and really identify every single little step that can go into making this as successful for you as possible. Okay, so for example, let's talk about lead generation. You decide that this year you want to generate 12 transactions, and in order to do that, you're going to have to do a certain number of things daily, weekly, and monthly in your lead generation time in order to generate that result. I want you to document what those steps look like, and there's a couple of questions that you can ask yourself here to get yourself going. So here you might ask yourself a couple of simple questions, like what types of prospecting will you do on each day? What will you need to prepare in order to be successful during your prospecting lead generation sessions? And what will you do with the leads once you've generated them? So apply this process of asking yourself these questions of what needs to happen and what is the result that I'm trying to procure for each system in your business. So after you've identified your system and you've documented all the steps that are going to be most necessary here, we're going to execute, okay? So E is for execute, and this is really, really important. Now that you've documented these checklists, you need to kind of take them for a spin a couple times to see if they're actually going to work the way you want them to. And this is a little backwards from what a lot of agents do. A lot of agents will automatically start looking for ways to either delegate this work or leverage technology to help them. But I actually want you to do this manually. I don't want you to be thinking about CRMs. I don't want you to be thinking about ISAs or assistants or anything crazy yet. I just want you to maybe spend a couple of days going through your lead generation process the way you would like it to work, maybe going through your marketing process the way you would like it to work. Do this a couple of times for over a couple of days or maybe even a couple of weeks until you get a feel for which of these tasks are actually working and which are not working. Now, when you are implementing systems for the first time you execute them, it's gonna just feel a little weird, especially if you're used to, flying by the seat of your pants, right? Which is what a lot of real estate agents do. And it's okay if you've been that way, but when you are building structure into your business, you're going to need to also add in a little bit of accountability and add in some triggers to make sure you're going to kind of follow the plan that you've set for yourself. So in order to make sure that you're successful in executing these systems and really following the plan that you've set for yourself, do a couple of things, right? Add in triggers like doing a system, maybe in lead generation again, for example. You're going to lead generate in the same place every day. And you're going to do this at the same time every day. And think about what cues you need to help make this super successful, and tell your brain that it's time to sit down for 2 hours and lead generate. Maybe that means sitting down in your office at the same time every day, in the same place every day, and having a drink, maybe a warm coffee or a warm tea or whatever you need to make sure that you're in that right mindset to successfully execute that system for a couple of days until you can figure out what of those documented steps work and which don't. Okay, so once you've done all of this hard work of identifying systems in your business, really documenting them all step by step in detail, and you've executed them a couple of times and you have a good idea of what's working and what's not working, now you can automate. So that leads us to the next part of our process, is A for automate. And it's actually automate, delegate, and iterate. But this is a really big step in its own, and I felt like A needed its own special video. So in part 2 is going to be coming up. We are going to talk about how to automate, delegate, and iterate your systems to really 10x the effectiveness of them in your business. So be sure to subscribe to this channel, and do not forget to hit that little bell notification icon to be notified when I drop that next video. We're going to really dive into what it means to automate different systems in your business and how to do this successfully. And I definitely want you to get your hands on that content. So do not miss out. Be sure to hit subscribe, and I can't wait to share that next step with you. But until then, I want to know where your aha moments are. So between identify, document, and execute, let me know what's catching your eye, and let me know which ones you're excited to implement in your business. Let me know in the comments, and I can't wait to chat further there. And until next time, thank you so much for tuning in. Keep on crushing it.